In today's training, we're going to be covering variable annuities and how to model them in a way that will reflect their benefit during a market downturn. First, I'm going to show you how to put a market loss into your plan so that you can show the effects on a client's assets. What I'm going to do is scroll down to our plan settings section here, and you'll see this option here called major loss. You have the ability to customize the market loss that you would like to put into your client's plan. You can do anywhere from 1 to 5 years of market downturn. I'm going to do just a 3-year major loss event starting at my client's age 65. This is also customizable to your plan. So I'm going to do a -15, -10, and -5% fixed growth loss. Whenever you enter these values, the software will automatically figure out the allocation percentile that goes with this fixed growth loss, and what that does is adjust any accounts that are growing by custom portfolio for you automatically. I'm going to click done, and what we're going to do is drop that major loss event into our client's timeline by going to timeline, plus button, event, and major loss. All of these special events are a little bit different because they actually cause something to happen in the plan. So I'm going to select major loss. It automatically defaults to the age that I selected in the plan settings, but if you do want to change it, you can do that here. I'm going to click done to save. We now have that major loss event at age 65. You'll see that that progress bar went down automatically. And I'm going to go back to my dashboard so that we can see how it's affected my client's plan. And you can see now we have a bunch of red in the later years starting at age 82 due to that major loss event. What I want to do is create a what if scenario now where we can put a variable annuity into my client's plan to see how that might create a buffer for my client in the later years so that they have some additional fixed income to help offset some of that loss. So I'm going to create a variable annuity option for my client. Create this plan, and we're going to go down to our plus button again, select retirement, select the variable annuity option, and now you're going to go in and enter in the information for the variable annuity that you'd like to create in the plan. So we'll give this annuity a name. In your example, it would probably be the policy name of the annuity that you're entering. If this is a new annuity that you'd like to fund from an existing account that's in the plan, you would select yes. If it's an existing annuity that you're simply entering, you would click no. So I'm going to leave this as yes because I want to use an actual existing account to fund it. And it's going to be a qualified annuity in my example, and then you're going to edit the fee rate to be whatever you need it to be. Surrender period, death benefit, all of this information you're just going to enter from the policy. And then your growth section, you're going to enter in the growth information. And on timing, you're going to enter in whenever this annuity is going to be entered into the plan. This is already in here automatically, and that is correct. So I'm going to leave it as is. Beneficiaries for the annuity, my client is single, so I'm just going to enter in charity as the ultimate beneficiary of the annuity. And then under withdrawal limit, you'll notice the max without penalty is going to be the default. I'm just going to leave that as is. And then under GMIB, I'm going to turn this on because this annuity does have a GMIB rider. I'm going to enter in an interest rate. I'm going to leave the inflation simple, and I do want to have a step up on this, and we'll just do a step up frequency of every 3 years. And let me just go back to this section and make sure this is all correct. And I want to make sure we can fund this. So under funding, you're going to want to transfer, again, if you are actually funding this annuity from scratch, from a source within your plan. So I'm going to fund it from Brent's 401k since this is a qualified annuity, and I'm going to do a specific amount of $300,000, and I'm going to click done to save. And so now we have a funded annuity in the plan, and if we go to details, you'll be able to see the actual annuity payment start in the plan later So we've got that variable annuity payment starting in year 2030. You can see that payment here and then all the way through till the end of the plan right here. Okay, so what I want to do now is show the difference between having a variable annuity in the plan versus not having a variable annuity in the plan. And just a reminder, we do have this major loss event in here so that we can show the client how this variable annuity kicking in could help them in the event of a major market downturn. So we're going to go to Let's See, Compare Plans Chart View, and we're going to compare this current situation against the variable annuity option. So you can see in both situations we do experience shortfall, but the difference is going to be in our shortfall amounts. Let's take a look at year 2042, for example. In the top year, which is current situation major loss, we're experiencing a major shortfall of 58,100. But if you look at the bottom option, variable annuity, we're looking at a shortfall of 34,000, and that's because we have that GMIB rider kicking in. We have the variable annuity, which is the fixed income, so we're able to meet more of their expenses in that year. Even though we had that major loss in the early years of the plan, we have this income that our clients can depend on in the later years. In this example, they might have to adjust their spending, but they are going to be able to have more than just their Social Security to depend on in these later years. So again, if you look at, for example, age 87, we've got this projected shortfall of 56,481 versus a projected shortfall of 33,545. They're going to have more than just their Social Security to depend on. They would also have this annuity payment of $27,722. That would be the benefit of the annuity payment that we could demonstrate to our clients in this side-by-side comparison where we've had some market losses earlier in the plan. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at support@planwithvoyant.com, or you can click the name of your client in the top right, request support, enter your question into the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.